Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and welcome to a fabulous video showcasing two amazing cards featuring some new stamps out of the holiday catalog that will be starting in just a couple of weeks. So I wanted to share with you, they're both basically the same card. They're put together just a teeny bit differently, but I've got some really fun tips and tricks and things that I did to make these cards. So we're going to start out with this new set of decorative masks. There's a polka dot one, kind of a leafy vein one, this cool tree one, and then there's also a really neat kind of fleur-de-lis-ish one. That's my official stamping term. So there you go. Okay, and I used these to create the backgrounds on my cards. So let's start with our little spooky mummy here. This features a new stamp set called Spooktacular Bash, and where this set really shines is when you see the coordinating framelits. And here they are. They are amazing. They create these beautiful frames, and they're kind of fun and intricate and interesting designs. So even if you're not into Halloween, you're definitely going to want to get these framelits when they come out next month. So to put this card together, I'm going to start with a piece of 4 by 5¼ Highland Heather. Wow, I really had to think about that name. And I'm going to use my trusty makeup brushes. Now, to find these, just Google oval makeup brushes. You can find them on Amazon or Walmart.com. They're really easy to find. The cheaper, the better. And I'm just going to pick up some of that ink on here, kind of swirling it around. I'm going to get rid of a little bit just because I don't want to get too dark a smudge on there. And then I'm just going to kind of brush these on in a circular motion to get kind of some pretty background on there. And check that out. Isn't that cool? All right, next up, what I'm going to do is take and actually, just to save a little time, I stamped my little mummy on a piece of Sahara Sand cardstock in black memento ink. I die cut him as well as that cool little frame background. And I'm going to color in just a little bit using my Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to take the gray granite and I'm going to use the dark one. And I'm just going to put down a little border of dark right on the edge of the mummy. And what I find is this really makes him pop up off of this label and look like extra awesome. So I'm just going to use that dark layer first, and then I'll use the lighter one and I'll blend this out to the edge. So I'm just coloring the inside of the label, and actually the wider brush tip works pretty well for this too. Okay, I'm going to go right up to the edge there and blend everything out. I've got a nice little gradient, and check out how cool that looks. Doesn't that really make him pop? Okay, now I'm also going to take one of the images that says spooky from this stamp set and just stamp it in the background a few times, just to kind of decorate things up. We're going to cover a lot of this up, so no worries if you don't have them on here perfect. Won't matter, because then I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this with a little bit of liquid glue to my card panel. Okay, so we'll stick him right there. All right, we also have some beautiful new ribbon in our catalog, which actually, what did I do with? So this is scalloped edge ribbon, and it comes in black. It's very cute for vintage type stuff. I'm just going to take a little hunk of it, like so, and just staple it onto my card just for a little touch. Nothing too crazy here. And then I'm going to show you another fall card. That's very similar to this layout. And then I even have a Christmas version to share with you as well. So stay tuned. Oops, I gotta fold my card first. So I'm gonna place this on a basic black card base, and you can either write in this with like a chalk marker or a gel pen if you have one, like a silver Sharpie, any of those would work. Otherwise, you can also add in a layer of white to the inside to write on. So there's my first card. My second card is really simple as well. Here we go. And I'm going to show you kind of a fun little extra thing that you can do with those mats. So this time I'm going to focus on this kind of leafy pattern. And I'll take and start with a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 Cajun Craze, Cajun Craze panel. And I'll use my mat much in the same way as I did before. I'm going to use some Cajun Craze ink, and I'll pick up some of that again with one of my brushes. I kind of keep brushes, ooh, that one took a lot of ink. I kind of keep my brushes for different color groups. So like this is a coral colored one. Okay. And then you can see there's that amazing texture. But what I'm going to do is just offset this slightly like so. And then we've got some new Terracotta ink pads. These are so cool. And the thing about Terracotta is that they are not going to tarnish or lose its luster, and they dry within minutes on porous paper, which is awesome. I love that these will dry and be fabulous for us. Okay, I'm going to take another one of these brushes, and it works really well with metallic ink even. You can see I have my mask just set off a little bit, and I'm going to rub some of this ink on here, and then what I get is kind of a little halo effect. And check that out. It's really kind of fun and really pretty. Now this card is truly much more gorgeous in person, I just have to tell you. All right, let's take this and we're going to adhere it to a layer of Terracotta Tile cardstock. So I'm just going to glue that down like so. And then I also am going to take and use the Gather Together stamp set. This again is another set with a beautiful set of framelits that coordinate. Some great fall leaves, and I'll have some more projects with that. And I'll have an online class for that set as well when the new catalog starts. But to finish up this card, I've just got a scrap of very vanilla cardstock. I'm going to ink that up in my Cajun Craze ink, or I'm going to stamp this in Cajun Craze ink. Then I'm going to take an aqua painter. You could do this with a blender pen too, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to kind of smear the ink around just to give it a teeny bit of color, nothing over the top. All right, I'll then clean my stamp with my Stampin' Chamois, and then I'm going to ink it once again, this time in my Terracotta ink, and I'm going to stamp it right over the top, and again just a teensy bit offset from the original. Okay, so doesn't that look kind of fun? Just a little different. And I love that metallic ink on there as well. I will then take and add a sentiment over that pumpkin that's from our stamp set, and it says Gather Together. And I stamped that in Early Espresso ink right over the top. All right, I'll take my 2-inch circle and punch that out. And then I'm going to layer it up on a Starburst circle, one of my faves, that I'm going to punch out with the Cajun Craze cardstock to coordinate. And then I'm also going to layer it with a 2 1/4 inch circle of Early Espresso. Boom. Okay, so I've got 3 circles in a row. I'll adhere the very vanilla right to that Starburst, which I just love. And then we're going to pop this layer up onto our card. Or I'm sorry, onto the circle with a couple of dimensionals. So that's onto the 2 1/4 circle. So I've got a 2-inch circle, a starburst, and a 2 1/4 inch circle. All right. Now to finish up our card, I want to do a little embellishing because everything's better with embellishment, right? So I'm going to grab my snail adhesive and I'm just going to draw a line across like so. And I'm going to use that adhesive to tack down some of this stunning scalloped edge ribbon, which you guys know this is like so awesome. This ribbon, I love it. So I just cut a nice angle on the end, and then I'm going to tack this down. Now, here is where my circle is going to go. So I just want to add a couple of cute little pleats here to the edge. So I'll just tack a couple pleats and then push the rest down onto my card. And then I can put that on there and yep, it all fits. But isn't that cute? Just a little something there. And we'll just trim that off. And then we'll pop this circle up on top over that ribbon once again. And for one final kind of awesome touch before we finish, we're going to take and spritz this with Early Espresso marker. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to place the pen or the marker into the cap and flick pretty hard. Listen. Oh yeah. Okay, and that just gives me a lovely little splatter of ink on there, and I just love that effect. All right, to finish this off, we'll take and put it on a Early Espresso card base, and then we are done. It's a really beautiful card, easy to make. You could certainly change up the colors on here as well and do different colors, but I sure like these. So there you have it. Now I've got one more card that's really done in much the same way. This features another new stamp set called Cup of Christmas, which is an adorable stamp set. And here you go. This is so sweet, isn't it? I used the polka dots and did the same background. I die cut the cup, heat embossed the sweet Christmas wishes, and then those adorable little framelits embellished my cup just perfectly. So another sweet card. We'll bring all three of them in here. You've got fall, Christmas, and Halloween, all with one basic design. So I hope you love these projects. Now, as soon as that holiday catalog is available, you can purchase these items. Otherwise, if you would like to get them now, you can join Stampin' Up! Under our extra promotion, in which you can join for $99 and get an extra $30 in free merchandise added to your starter kit. And then next month, you'll have a coupon for $10 towards your first order. And the awesome part about signing up with Stampin' Up! Is that you'll get a discount on all of your orders that are so awesome. It's really awesome to have that discount. Whether you want to run a business or just get a discount on your purchases, the choice is yours, and we would love to have you. Thank you, guys. And if you have any questions about that, of course, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for being a great, fabulous supporter of the Creativity Cave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog for the photos of these cards. Pin them to Pinterest, whatever you'd like. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.